What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we are continuing working on the 2024 GMC Sierra project. This is a really fun one that we've been doing. If you've been following along with us, we are taking a 2024 GMC Sierra 1500. This is a 5.3 liter regular cab long bed 4x4, and we are converting it over to a short bed, short frame truck, and we are also upgrading the engine, installing a single turbo kit, all kinds of stuff. It's going to be 1,000 horsepower, give or take, truck. We did find out the other day, though, we cannot tune the trans in this thing yet because it has a serial number that HV Tuners does not support yet. So we're probably only going to be able to probably make 700 to 800 horsepower with this thing to start, just because we're going to hit torque limits and everything in the trans tune. But the cool thing about these LTs is we can tune a lot of the trans shifting and all that good stuff in the PCM side of the tune versus relying on the transmission side of the tune to do that. So that's the one cool thing that we kind of have on our side. But we'll get right to it. We have the engine out of the truck, and we're about ready to do the frame swap where we're starting to install all the new parts on the new frame. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to let you know whenever I post a new video. This is our 5.3 and 10-speed with the transfer case out of the brand new 2024 GMC truck. This thing has 400 miles on it, and I bought it just honestly about 2 weeks ago. So it's a very fresh truck. Thanks to that guys at Cable Dahmer Chevrolet here in Kansas City for getting us this truck. They found it for me, and they actually gave me a pretty good deal on it too. But like I said, we are taking all the accessories and everything off of this 5.3 liter. So that way we can retain all those accessories on the truck. We're not changing any of that stuff over. Obviously, it's going back in a truck. So we are changing the engine over to an LME 381 cubic inch motor. This has an LT4 crank in it, forged pistons, forged rods. It'll hold up 1,200 horsepower according to LME. So we have a great engine, has some LT4 heads. We're going to be doing the fuel system. Also, our IHC lowering kit showed up for this thing. We're going to get all that swapped over. So a bunch of really good parts going on this new truck build, which I'm really excited about. Okay, guys, it's time to swap the frames over on the lift. We did see where the frame lengthening is on a long bed truck. So basically this half moon shape you see here, this is where they weld the two frame pieces together, it looks like. But this right here is hugging this bracket. So there's the length difference right there. And then obviously this bracket gets cut off because the bed, the front of the bed will actually, or the cab will actually just mount right here. This is where the cab mounts now, and then the bed goes here. So it just basically moves everything back, gets rid of everything. So, but we're gonna start getting this all swapped over onto the new frame. Got our suspension kit over here. Probably start with that and doing the diffs and all that good stuff. All the steering. At least it's electronic steering.
Yeah. Yep. It's gonna keep everything in line.
Makes it easy.
The other thing too is
roll right away.
We can make a horse buggy with this thing.
almost wouldn't know what to do.
It's a good thing we got the forklift, Donnie.
Oh yeah.
Been a certified forklift operator.
He is certified.
Think we're good there, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, so see this bracket here, guys? This one, that's where it's at here. And this is the extra one for the long bed. So that's where the difference is right there. All right, we are at the top of the roller coaster, getting ready to go down now. We got everything off the old frame, and we're getting ready to start installing everything on the new frame now. Now the truck will start to basically be built from ground up once again. Got the rear IHC lowering kit on. It comes with helper bags for this particular kit to help raise and lower the rear end, which is kind of nice. We went ahead and put that on. And then the air deal goes right up into the gas door, I believe, on the side of the bed once we get that on there. Also got the shackles, and it comes with shocks. Guys over here are getting the front diff out, so that way they can swap it over to the new frame over here. And we'll start putting together the front end stuff. We have the A-arms from IHC sitting right over here, I believe. So these are going to be the front arms. I believe it's upper and lower arms. We'll get those on, and that'll lower the front. Got the old frame completely stripped now, and the new short bed frame is to a rolling position now. So we're going to wheel the new short bed frame off of the lift next to the cab, and then take the old frame out, and then roll the new frame underneath the cab, and we will start probably putting an engine and all that stuff together and get that in the truck. And yeah, it's moving right along, everybody. And the stuff should be done getting painted tomorrow as well. So we'll have a bed and all the other stuff that we had getting painted. So pretty cool progress getting made here on the new GMC. This is the short bed frame. Got the stock wheels back on it. Got all the front suspension on. We got the upper and lower IHC control arms on. Got the diff in, steering racks in. All the cab mounts are on. Cross members in. It's going together.
Rolling.
Rolling. It really is rolling.
Oh yeah.
So this frame is completely done now. So we're going to wheel this thing outside, and we know where we can actually cut these. We think we can just buy the rear section from GM, so that way the next truck that we do, if we do another one, we can probably just cut the frame back here and weld that section in versus having to swap all this stuff off the old frame onto a new one. So that'll save a little bit of time doing it that way. All right, rock on.
Get her moved out of here.
Yes, sir. All right, another day of working on this 24 GMC. Got the cab and everything kind of mated up. Not mated, but in a mate situation. We got the new frame over on the rack below the cab. Steve is getting the engine together right now, this LME 388. Putting the head gaskets on, got the Johnson lifters in. But yeah, let's check it out and see what we got going on. So here is our short block we're putting together right now. Already got the lifters in. We did some Johnson drop-in lifters. We like those lifters. We have a lot of issues with the factory LS7 lifters, so take those out, put the Johnsons in. Forged pistons, forged rods in this motor, putting some LT4 head gaskets on right now. Got the LME billet chain guide on there and the non-VVT cam sprocket from LME, and then we'll top that off with that billet LME front engine cover. Got CNC LT4 cylinder heads going on this thing, so it's going to have some really good heads on it. And yeah, we're getting this thing together. BTR Stage 2 turbo cam, Brian Tooley cam already in the motor. Here's a look at the cab, the way it's sitting right now. Definitely looks a lot shorter looking at it on the rack. So once we get this engine together, we'll get it mated back up to the transmission and transfer case and put that all back in the truck. And then from there, it's basically just a bunch of pieces, bunch of wiring, harnesses need to go back on, the radiator, all that good stuff. Got a bunch of parts over here. Also got all of our stuff back from paint, all the paint to match stuff, the grill, door handles, mirrors, trim liners. The bed, we have not picked up the bed yet, but it is done. We'll get that once we get closer to needing the bed. That way we don't have a bunch of stuff just hanging around here, wasting room.
Right.
for the new injectors too. That's why I'm taking out.
The injectors will be the right. But
Got the long block pretty much assembled right now. Got the LT4 heads on here, LME billet cover on it, and Steve is torquing down these head studs right now. And basically this thing will be ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and get the oil drain for the turbo on the oil pan before we put that on. We are not, however, gonna be doing the turbo quite yet to this truck. We're gonna go ahead and get it down, get it running. And then once Cam gets back, he's having a child right now, or his wife is having a child right now. He'll be gone for a little while, so we are just going to go ahead and get this thing back together, naturally aspirated, and then Cam will eventually build us a custom turbo kit for this truck. But we're going to go ahead and do everything on this thing to prep it for the turbo kit as we would if it was actually getting one. So we'll put that on there and put a plug on the oil drain for right now. Go ahead and do the big fuel system and everything else. So it's gonna be good, guys. But Steve's just
ready.
working away on this engine here.
Yep, I'd say by the end of the day tomorrow, be some big progress made.
Big progress made, yes,
The
sir.
tedious part.
Yep.